I'm at Mutovu again. That's coffee cherry being delivered on your head. In Rwanda, people are bringing very small amounts of cherry. But what they're going to do here is kind of cool. They're going to sort their cherry and float it, removing some defect floater beans, which is really great. So there may just be one of the two seeds in a coffee cherry that floats that's sort of a defect. And that would be like it has no density. It's sort of a failed coffee seed. But removing those light coffee beans is a really important part of quality, and if you can start doing that with cherry, and then you'll do it again down here with the pulper, and you'll do it again in the washing channel. At each step, the more redundancy you have with removing those defects, the better. So Mutovu is really showing some great improvement this year. An interesting detail there is part of why they keep things separate is cafe practices, is Starbucks certification. So, oh, thank you. Okay, thanks a lot. Burkosi. I needed some water. Starbucks certification, which requires it. So Starbucks has so much, clout here. I can't come along and be like, hey, keep every slot separate for me. I'm going to buy 20 bags. But, someone that comes along and say, hey, we might be buying 40 containers from your company in general, or we might be buying half your production from this station. They can come along and ask for those things, and people will comply. So, to be fair, those things really benefit small companies like us. When the quality practices of a large company sort of help improve things. I don't know about all these signs. All these signs here are part of certification. This is kind of silly stuff. But some of them are pretty amazing. I think that's a tree. I think you shouldn't chop down the tree, but it could be like an outline of Slovenia. And don't attack Slovenia with axes. These are some of my favorite signs here. But, these are sort of the result of certifications, is you need to have signs saying, don't fall down. It really, seriously. Let's look at this. You know what I see there? Me, and me at a washing station. Except maybe this one, like, don't play soccer. I've done all of those things. Also like this one here. So yeah, delivering coffee cherry here. And they're floating it, which is great, but they haven't really sorted it yet. And they're telling me one of the issues with that is that if they sort it before they buy it, oh, there's the sorting, then people will go somewhere else and sell it because you're taking away their coffee. So she works for the station, so she's going to do some sorting, which is good. It's a lot of work. But that's the kind of practice everywhere. They should buy everything and then sort it afterwards. So the station takes the loss, not the farmer. And that's for uncertified coffee. I can't see that. Hey, little washing station bird. So this is exciting. Probably something every coffee video and marketing website doesn't include, is piles of coffee skins and mucilage contaminated water. But what's so great about this and why it's so important is that this is proper treatment. So the husks here and the tainted water, it's not chemically tainted, but it's water that if it goes and enters the water stream, in fact the river's right over there, creek right beyond the drying beds, is going to contaminate and create kind of algae blooms, kill everything, make the water unpotable. And here what I was noticing with Samuel, the manager, is how there's just no bad smell from this giant pulp pile. And that's because they're treating it with lime and with EM, effective microorganisms. And they have a schedule, and you just, there's a lot of stations you approach this pile and it just stinks. And it's a little bit of a concern when it's in the vicinity of the drying coffee, because it could take on that smell. That's Samuel right there by the hand washing station. But in fact, this has just no smell. So really good handling and treatment of water. And there's the water washing through the coffee is there. I think washing out the last of the floaters. Picking here in the shade drying, skin drying they call it. And it's going out into the sun beds where it's being picked, and then it will go out to the final drying beds. So here you just see really a incredibly well managed coffee system for quality. And this kind of stuff too. Some of the signage is a little silly, but yeah, don't lift with your back. Everybody deserves, good advice and safe working conditions and not to be injured working. So I appreciate seeing that. Mutovu coffee we've bought for, God, like 10 years.